Hey guys, looks like you've stumbled across my channel. My name is Alyssa from the Chaotic Bookworm, and welcome to this video. Today I'm going to be doing my first recent reads. I've read 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 books in October and early November. Today is the 8th, so from beginning of October till now. This list is in the order of when I read them, from first book I've read and the last book I finished yesterday. So yeah, let's get on into it. The first book is A Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson. You've heard this book in almost every single one of my videos so far, for a good reason. It's a really good book. It's a YA mystery. The case goes like this. Perfectly popular Andrea Bell was murdered by her boyfriend Sal Singh, who then killed himself. In this book, we follow our main character Pip, who is looking into the murder-suicide that happened 5 years back for her senior project. However, she finds that the case may not be quite closed. If that doesn't interest you, I don't know what will, because it hooked me immediately. It's rated 4.36 stars on Goodreads. I gave it a 4.8 out of 5 stars. Pip was both the smartest and stupidest character ever. There were so many hints and signals she got that I would never in a million years have been able to pick up. But then she'd go around making other decisions on her own because of her need for independence that completely... Why? No. It annoyed me so bad. But it was understandable, so... She had reasoning, so I couldn't be too annoyed. Overall, though, the mystery was so good. There were so many aspects of it, and Holly Jackson, that's who it's by, yeah. Holly Jackson completely tied them up perfectly. It was so good. I didn't know this book was part of a series, and honestly, it would be a fine standalone. I don't really have any questions that need answering, but I do need to know where this book takes me. So of course I need that sequel like yesterday, or like a month ago, since that's when I read it. Next book, Why We Broke Up by Daniel Handler. This book is a YA romance. Min and Ed's relationship flew by. During the story, we watch as Min collects items Ed had given to her, writing letters to him, recounting for when the items came about and the story behind each one of them, all pointing to the reasons they broke up. It's rated 3.49 stars on Goodreads. I gave it a 2-star, mostly because I liked the artwork. The book has really good artwork. Not so much good story, really. I could not care less about Min. I could not care less about Ed. I don't care. I couldn't. I don't know. Nothing in there felt like either of them had real feelings for each other. Nothing in there felt like they even cared about each other at all. There was no it was nothing. Nothing. It was, I don't know, it didn't do anything for me. It's not like it was the worst book I've ever read. It was just a book. There was nothing else to it. It was a book. It wasn't a story. It technically was, but it didn't feel like a story. It was just a book. I don't know how to explain it any better than that. It did nothing for me. The third book is If I Stay by Gayle Foreman. It's a YA contemporary. Mia, a musician, faces a million tough decisions before and after the car accident that sent her spiraling. This is a story about tough decisions and weighing the good and bad of life, what you had versus what you have. It's a 3.93 stars on Goodreads. I gave it a 2.8 out of 5 stars. Same problem as Why We Broke Up. It was good. It was better than Why We Broke Up by a lot. I mean, it got a whole 0.8 more stars. I cared more about the character. I didn't care about her, but I could relate to some aspects of her. The plot was good, okay? It was a great idea, but the execution wasn't my favorite. And I don't know if it was the execution or if I just didn't like Mia. I don't know. I mean, Mia, I don't know. She kind of annoyed me a lot because she goes back and forth a lot. Like, I don't know. It was a good book and it was a good story. It just was lacking an essential part or element that I can't place my finger on. It just felt like it was missing a big chunk of what a story should offer, which doesn't sit right with me. Next story is Shatter Me by Tahereh Mafi. It's a YA dystopian. Juliet was born with the power to drain the life force out of whomever she touches. After an incident as a child, she was put in an asylum to keep the people outside, whom were already falling apart, safe. That is, until someone recognized the lethal power she held. This book is rated 3.92 stars on Goodreads. I gave it a 3.6 out of 5 stars. It was a really good book. Okay. The back and forth with the romance really, really annoyed me, and is the only reason in which I did not give this book a 4.2 plus stars, because it wasn't every time you shipped her with somebody, something bad would happen. And not like, ooh, it's a problem, Funzy's bad, not just annoying, please stop, shut up, you're hurting my soul bad. Like, I don't even know. The two main love interests, I don't like either of them. They both kind of suck. And it annoyed my soul. One is just stupid, and the other is abusive. What do you want? It's really, and it's not like, I mean, you could barely see any good traits in either of them. And I'm hoping, because I know, oh shoot, what's the book after Shatter Me, the novella? Destroy Me. I'm hoping, because I know Destroy Me follows, what's his face? Forgot his name. Is it Ash? I'm not sure. But I know what's his... I know Destroy Me follows the lead antagonist. So hopefully I get something out of that with the love triangle, but really I don't think I will. I mean, we'll see, right? I can hope. Next story that I read, The Elite by Kiera. This is the second book in the Selection trilogy. I read the first book, June, I think. It was, it killed me. I was in love with, every single one of those characters. Oh my god. Well, except Aspen. Except the first love interest. No. It's a YA dystopian romance. 35 girls are sent out into a contest of sorts, similar to The Bachelorette or Bachelor, in which they are sent to the palace to date the prince. Steadily, the number decreases until he chooses one to be the new princess of Ilea. American singer gets chosen as one of the lucky girls. Unluckily for her. I hated the first romance between her and Aspen. Hated it. It wasn't even a romance. It was just... It wasn't. They didn't even like each other. They just wanted to like each other, and it was annoying. What the heck? And then Maxon's over there, like, ha 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 ha. Ooh, you're cute. He got better, right. You could tell he cared about her and wanted the best for her. On the other hand, Aspen, risking both of their lives, you know. I'm not impressed. I'm not. I'm really not. Okay. And then I read the one by Kiera. I gave that one a that one had a 3.99 star on Goodreads, and I gave it a 4.2. Because all in all, it was good. It made me cry. And that, if a story makes me cry, it's automatically a good story. I don't care what anyone tells me. I also read the one by Kiera, the third and final book in the Selection trilogy, besides the novellas. It has a 4.18 star on Goodreads, and I gave it a 4 star. Similar feelings. The way that even when she... Spoilers. Skip next few seconds if you need. The way she decides she wants Maxon and then is still looking and lying to Aspen. I wanted to kill her. I did. I wanted to, and if I could jump through that book, I would have. But I can't. So on to the last book. And this one I finished yesterday, so excuse me if my ideas are a little jumbled. Well, actually, I finished the one and Last Chance books yesterday. That's not the point. It's a new adult romance. Madeline Moore hopes to be the future owner of Books and More after she comes home from college. However, her plans shift when the business is threatened by the raising rent and supposed competition with another bigger bookstore across the street. Prologue. It has a 3.34 stars on Goodreads. I gave it a 2.9 out of 5. It was a good story. It got me teary. But God, did the main character annoy me. I don't even know what about her. The fact that she existed made me want to die in a hole. I loved that there was a booktuber in the book. That I don't know why that made my heart happy. Okay, I've never seen YouTubers and booktubers, especially in books. That just, I don't know, that made me happy. And then I loved how it was about books. The enemies to lovers part was completely one-sided, and it was completely non-existent. I mean, it was existent in her head. It didn't do much for me. It was good. I liked the story. I did. Just didn't do much for me, in particular. Did I say who it was by? Last Chance Books by Kelsea, Rodkey. Yeah, it was good. But that's all it was. It was good. It was a story. It was just the fact that she as a character really annoyed me. That I couldn't, you know, I couldn't. But yeah. Those are all the books I read in October and very early November. I hope you all enjoyed whatever this was. If you did, perhaps maybe, if you can, maybe subscribe, comment, turn the notification bell on. Check me out on other platforms in the description, and I will see you in the next video, hopefully. Bye bye!